there's about 45 more seconds until everybody will be back in here, and they're going to start coming back now. Somebody was asking, what is meant by the last phrase in each meditation? Something like lines of a greater creator?
I don't know what you're referring to, but I talked about in this meditation what is my next growing age in experiencing communion with God and my angelic helpers and guides. So I think that may have been what she's referencing. So those are spiritual guides that each of us has available to us. We don't know beings, and sometimes we do. So for you, it may be, if this is not a familiar space for you, invite them to share more of who they are and what their contribution is to your life. I'm assuming that was what she was asking. Okay, so hi everybody. Good to see a lot of you again. We make it into the Zoom space. It's like kind of like a television show where you're like the television audience while we have all these people watching out into Facebook land. So you get to engage if you wish and ask questions because you're more available to be in that space, and others have that choice, but we've chosen this other form. So anyone want to share any reflections on the meditation? Craig, I think I said I was going to call on you this time.
You did.
And I am. So, and you're still here, so you have the courage to still coming back and knowing that I would call on you. So, any reflections to offer?
Yeah, I think this whole, what we talked about, Sandra and Erica, we were discussing about how, in a way, it's a blessing in disguise, this whole quarantine, in a way. We were talking about, it's almost like we're not in prison, but missing, missing that connection that we have with our, with people, with humans, with, and with nature and all the other things. And it's almost like craving that connection. Like I'm seeing people walk across the street in my neighborhood, people, complete strangers, and I just want to grab them and give them a big hug. It's almost like, but I can't do that because of the social distancing. I'm trying to hold back. But what I've noticed, especially in where I live, is people are stopping to chat, like waiting at the supermarkets. It's almost like time's stood still. It's like, how can I say? It's like we stepped off the rat race, the human race, rat race.
Yes. And so what does that feel like for you, Craig?
To be honest, it feels great. Like I've spent so much time with myself that it's like I'm reacquainting myself with myself again. It feels like I haven't seen, man, where have you been all this time? I haven't seen you for ages. About myself. So it's been.
And what have you learned about yourself through that experience? If you were just to boil it down to a single thing.
What did I learn about myself? That I love myself.
That's a good start. I think if you just stay there, you'll get the prize. I think that's probably the prize. And where do you live?
In Devon, in England.
Wonderful. You sound
in Plymouth.
You sound
actually,
yeah.
Where the Mayflower steps up, where the Mayflower, where the pilgrims from Europe and Britain left to go to America.
Huh.
So we're supposed to have this Mayflower event, the celebration of the pilgrims, or the Europeans and the British that emigrated to Native America. So it's quite an important event that's taking place in Plymouth right now. But obviously with the quarantine, it's been cancelled,
Huh.
So.
Well, you're now having an experience with America in this way, so that's fun. And you've been so dedicated to coming to the classes, so thank you for your insights. Well worth waiting for, I might add. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone else want to share any reflection on the meditation or questions? Or while you're looking, anyone want to share anything that they did with gratitude this week? If you were in fact here last week and did something. But if you
I'm
did,
doing a lot of gardening. I'm so grateful I got a garden. That's for me. That's just like, well, let's go out and do some gardening. And I planted an apple tree. My first apple tree I planted in the back garden. And sorry.
and what was the gratitude? Where did planting a tree or come in?
It was a gratitude back to the earth. It's like,
that's nice.
and I've been looking into a beehive. I know I've got this obsession about beehives. I keep thinking about making a beehive. So it's to give back. It's like I feel like I've been taken away all from the earth. It's like making an offering back to the earth. Okay.
So you planted a tree this week.
Yeah.
And what kind of tree was it? Did you say an apple tree?
There's an apple tree. Yeah, I saw it in the supermarket. I only went to go in to get some biscuits from the supermarket, and I saw this big apple tree. I thought,
so you're going to be the planetary hero of the week for planting an apple tree, having done a meditation on gratitude, gotten the message, I need to do something to give back to the earth, gone to a supermarket, found an apple tree, and planted it. Now you did your job well, so you're going to get an A for follow through and an A on behalf of Gaia saying, yes, you are a good steward. So thank you for that. And it felt great.
it did, because I'm gonna get apples at the end of it.
Can't get any better than that. Anyone else want to share on gratitude?